To those of us with insulin pumps, that noise is familiar. That means our sugar is high, or our sugar is low, or the battery is low, or the sugar's going up too fast, or the sugar's dropping too fast, or we don't have enough insulin in the pump, or the sensor needs to be changed, or the transmitter needs to be changed. Lots of different reasons, but it means that it needs to be addressed. Today, it means that my sensor needs to be replaced and that I need a new insulin connection to my body. So that's what I'm going to show you. We're going to start with the transmitter for the Dexcom 6. Or I should say the sensor, actually. This is the sensor part. And it's surprisingly simple for this great big piece of hardware that you see. But first, like anything else, we need to clean off the area that we're going to insert it. So I'm going to have to put the camera down for a second to open up the... So there's the alcohol swab, and the best place to insert these, or the only approved place to insert these, is on the stomach. So I'm going to clean my stomach area. As you can see, I've already shaved, and I'm going to clean the area where I'm going to put the connection to my body. I can't remember what they call those things now. But anyway, there's that. I've already opened the sensor mechanism. And a couple of things we need to do. First, we need to take this safety thing off the button. They put that on there because they don't want these to be discharged by accident. Because you get a one-time deal with these. I don't know if I'm going to be able to peel this off one-handed. Oh yeah. I have to. Okay, now you want to save this part because this number is going to come in handy in a couple of seconds, because I'm going to need to put that number in, and these are pretty easy. Okay, as you can see, there's nothing there now, but eventually what'll happen when I hit that trigger is this will stick to my body and a little tiny cannula will come out of there and be inserted into my body. So here's what I'm going to do. I need to have room all the way around it for a overlay patch. And I just press a little bit. Push. Didn't even feel it. And the sensor has been inserted. Okay, and they say go around it 3 times to make sure it's stuck. Now, This, let's see if I can get it to focus. This is the transmitter. This actually transmits the signal to the pump. And what I do here is just slide that in, push down until you hear that click. There's a tab on this side, and right across from it there's another tab. That's why you saw me push here to double check and push there to double check. Now, that is inserted. What I'm going to do now, and that is the gun, and it's empty. And it's a one-time use thing. There's no way to use it for anything else. And they don't want it back. It just needs to be tossed. Now here is an overlay patch. This helps the Dexcom sensor stay stuck. And that's what that looks like. And what happens is I put this over the patch and it sticks there. So as you can see, it's quite a much larger surface area. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. Now that's pretty sticky, so I want to be real careful taking that off. Okay. And then I got to try and turn that over. There. Wasn't too bad one-handed. And again, I'm going to press that down. Now, there's a piece of paper on here. And this time, I'm going to leave this piece of paper on, because I see no reason to take it off. Because when I've taken it off before, sometimes that piece, the actual patch itself, kind of comes unglued a little bit. So I'm going to leave it on. Now what we got to do is get the pump ready. So I'm going to turn on the pump. I'm going to hit the enter code. Oops. And read what that says. And then come down here to the operations button and to the My CGM and push start sensor, and then it's going to ask me for the code, and the code is 593. Oops, where'd you go? 3 1. And I hit enter. And then I push check, and it says the sensor has started. Now, I don't know if you can focus in on this real good, but this green clock gives me 2 hours for this thing to get set up properly. So, now we're gonna I gotta find out what these things are called. Just close this. Let go. I gotta find out what these things are called. So now I have to set up the insulin infusion set. So I've already got some cartridge that I took out. So now I'm going to take a needle, an insulin syringe, and I'm going to put some air in the bottle. Tip it upside down. Let this fill up. And that's good enough because okay. Now, do you see that little white place? Okay, I gotta stick the needle in there, so I'm gonna need both hands. Okay. And then I'm inserting. Now, if you notice, there's not a lot going in because I didn't have a completely empty cartridge. So now I got to put it down so I can take it out. I put the cap back on the needle for sharp containment, or whatever the hell they call it. Now I have to put, oh, this isn't a, okay, I'll put it down, and I'll put the cartridge in and make sure that snaps in. And turn it on. Start the code again. Resume insulin now. Yes. to hit, here I have to hit load, and there. Now it's going to say preparing cartridge. Now I've already filled it and changed it. So there. Now it's detecting the cartridge. So now I got to connect the insert with this. See, there's a nice long hose. So I have to connect the insert here, and I'm going to need 2 hands. And this says, make sure the set is disconnected from your body and securely connected and tightened to your cartridge. On the next screen, you will fill your tubing with insulin. So, here's what I have to do. I have to take this blue protector off the needle and take this protection off the sticky pad, and I gotta put this down again. Take this protector off the sticky pad. There. So, now there's that. So what I have to do is pull the center of this out. See? And there, I gotta have 2 hands again. And you'll probably hear a click. Okay. That means that it's stuck in place. Now, you can see there's an indent here. There's one on the other side. That is where I press to activate this. And this is what it looks like. Okay? And that hooks it onto my body. So now I gotta put the camera down, reset it, and then give it a shot. Yeah, pun intended. Okay. Here we go. And yep, I'll be with you in a second. So now I'm going to hook this onto my belt, the pump. I'm going to grab the triggers. And so I'm going to also press on this one and push it injected. Pull that off and do the round thing. And then I put the top back on and put the insulin back in the fridge, and that's all there is to it. So that's on. So now I'm not quite done. I have to turn on the pump again, and I have to hit code. This says fill tubing alert. Make sure the set is disconnected. So what I have to do is two hands again. Pull the connection off and let it dangle, and then hit OK on the pump, and then hit start. And what's going to happen is we're going to see some bubbles come out of there after there's 10 units that show up on the screen. There we go. Yeah, it takes a while. There we go. And we're going to hit stop. Now, I'm going to grab the connector. I'm going to insert it. Checking to make sure that that's a good and tight fit. And I'm going to hit done. And now I have to fill the I hit the wrong one. Now I'm going to hit this button one here, and that's going to run the last little bit of insulin in. And done. And now in less than, I'd say about an hour and a half, I should be able to get readings again. And that's all there is to that. It looks complicated, but it's not. And having a continuous glucose monitor is fantastic. All I have to do is look at it, and it tells me what my blood sugar is. I was always able to come pretty close by just knowing what I'd eaten and how much exercise. But now it tells me pretty close, and it helps a lot. And my A1C came from 8.6 down to a 6.6 after using it for about 4 months. Good deal. So for now, this is Marino from Marino's Mysteries saying thanks for watching.